Friends, today I'm taking you on a long journey across the United States. This story is not just about two people, but about love, pride, and life's new realizations. The story begins in a small town in Vermont. Trees were painted in autumn colors, mist lingered along the mountain roads, and the scenery looked like a perfect painting. There stood Maya, a young woman holding her paintbrush and canvas. Deep inside, she carried a heavy pride because the one she loved, Ethan, had never truly understood her. I tell you, Maya could have left and gone far away, but she couldn't. That pride made her cry, yet it also drew her back to love. One day, in the midst of a bustling fair, she met Ethan again. At first, just silent eye contact, but their eyes hid thousands of unspoken words. They walked together until they reached a waterfall in Vermont. Pine trees surrounded them, and a cold breeze descended from the mountains. I can almost hear the sound of that flowing water. There, they sat and shared what was in their hearts. Maya spoke of her pain, and Ethan spoke of his failures. Friends, it was then that they realized love is not about being perfect, but about accepting each other's imperfections. Next, I take you to Asheville, North Carolina. Nestled in the mountains, a small village with wooden houses along the streets and simple-hearted locals. When Maya met Ethan's family, she felt that true peace was hidden in this simplicity. A few days later, Ethan took Maya to New York City. Busy streets, sky-high buildings, nights filled with lights, everything was so different. But standing there, Maya realized that both the city's chaos and the village's silence are parts of life. And Ethan realized that Maya was not just a nature-loving girl, but someone who could adapt even amidst the crowd. As time went by, they traveled together through Virginia's Blue Ridge Parkway, California's coast, and back to the Vermont Fair. Maya now painted a canvas. On one side, a mountainous village. On the other, the bustling city, and a bridge in the middle. That bridge became a symbol of their love. Friends, then comes the true lesson of life. When Maya opened her art academy, Ethan stood by her side. And when Ethan's business faced collapse, Maya held him strong. I tell you, this is real love. Not just sharing joy, but also sharing pain. In the final scene, years later, we see them in a small cottage in Vermont. Flowers bloom in the garden, and Ethan sits on the porch with a cup of coffee while Maya teaches children to paint. Behind them, green mountains. In front, a peaceful river. In their eyes shines tranquility. After all the pride and pain, they have finally found life's true answer. Friends, I will just say this. Pride will come, distance will come. But if love is real, it can be found anew every day. This is the story of Maya and Ethan, and it teaches us that love is not about fear of loss. Love is about discovering each other again and again. Maya and Ethan's story didn't end there. By the waterfall in Vermont, they held hands, but life's small challenges and new situations continued to test them. The busy streets of New York, the calm rural life in Asheville, and Vermont's mountains showed them how fast life can change and how flexible love must be. Maya realized that her inner pride had not only brought her pain, but deepened the strength of her love. Ethan learned that responsibility alone was not enough. Understanding each other with an open heart was what truly mattered. A year later, they returned to Vermont, but with a new purpose. Maya had started her art academy, teaching children from both city and mountain villages to express their emotions through painting. Maya realized that her pride, pain, and love had empowered her to dream big. Ethan watched her, understanding how her experiences could inspire new strength in people. Life was not always easy. One day, Ethan's business faced a major setback. Investors left, and he stayed awake at night, drowned in worry. Maya was by his side. She told him, "You are not alone. We are in this together." Ethan realized that love is not just sharing happiness, but holding each other through hardships as well. As time passed, they adjusted to each other's lives. They embraced the bright nights of New York, the serene Vermont mountains, and the village of Asheville as parts of their own lives. They learned that distance is experience and closeness is understanding. They traveled, stood by the ocean, hiked mountains, and drew strength from expressing their inner emotions. Finally, they settled in a small cottage in Vermont. Flowers bloomed in the garden, a gentle breeze ran past the waterfall, and children expressed themselves through colors. Maya taught them to paint, and Ethan watched her with a cup of coffee on the porch. Peace shone in their eyes, smiles on their faces. They realized that after all the pride, distance, and pain, this tranquility made life beautiful. Friends, this story teaches us love is not about perfection, but about accepting imperfect people as they are. Pride will come, distance will come, but with understanding, empathy, and open communication, love survives. We must discover each other anew every day and keep that love alive. Maya Rahman stood in the small Vermont town, surrounded by autumn-colored mountains and the flowing waterfall. Inside her, pride mingled with love, now deeper than ever. She realized that Ethan had never fully understood her, but this time, she had her mother, Lisa Rahman, by her side. Lisa was gentle, loved nature, and always tried to understand Maya. She leaned close and said, "Maya, pride will come, but it will not diminish your love. If you don't bottle up your pain, you will grow stronger." The bustle of Central Park in New York, the sudden meeting with Ethan, everything felt peaceful with her mother's presence. Following her mother's advice, Maya understood that every bit of pride was not only pain, but a chance to learn. When Ethan returned to Asheville, her mother's words reminded him, love is not just responsibility, but understanding, presence, and sometimes sharing the pain as well. At the Vermont Art and Nature Festival, Maya spread colors across her canvas. Her mother stood beside her and said, "Your pain and pride are your strength. Let it shine through your colors." Maya smiled and continued painting quietly, while the audience felt the emotions of the moment. In the final scene, by the waterfall, Maya and Ethan held hands. Her mother watched from a distance. She knew their love now was not just between two people, but blessed by family and understanding. Her mother's gaze, gentle words, and empathetic presence gave the story its strength. The story ends with this lesson: pride will come, distance will come, but love survives through understanding, empathy, and family support. Lisa Rahman showed that love need not be perfect. Accepting imperfect people imperfectly, standing by them, is true love.